Lately, I don't feel as cute. I don't feel as myself. And part of that is because I'm struggling to get dressed in cute outfits because it's cold in the morning and I work from home. I wear fake tan a lot less, so I feel like the colors in my wardrobe don't suit me as much anymore. And I also feel like I'm struggling to remember like how to dress in winter, like how to look cute in the cold. So this video is a documentation of my journey towards fixing all of that, towards refreshing my personal style, feeling cuter, feeling more myself, feeling like I have cute outfits to pull from, and making getting dressed in the morning easier, even though it's cold. The first thing that I want to do is do a ChatGPT color analysis. I have already had comments from you guys saying you're a light summer, like babe, you're a light summer. I think I've had like one comment, to be clear. But light summer, the palette looks like this. And I was like, bang on, feels right for me. But then there were some colors in the palette that I was like, ooh, like this one, this one, this one. Really? I don't know. Apparently the ChatGPT one will let you know like specifically your best colors. So it won't just give you like a generic color palette, which is exactly what I want. Here are my predictions for what I think some of my best colors are, but I'm hoping that it'll surprise me with different colors because I really only have like a few that I'm like, yeah, no, that's a good one for me. Firstly, this kind of purple. Every time I wear this jumper, compliments. In my comments, but also in real life, people are like, that is your color. I feel like when people are telling you like that is your color, they probably know, like other people know, you know? And I believe it. Pretty much like any blue, but especially probably this blue because it veers more like purple or it veers more cold, I would say. Whereas this is probably more of a warm blue, but I still feel like all like light blues suit me. This shade of green, kind of minty, but not too minty green. I actually feel like my worst colors will be white. I realized this when I got married. I was like, oh, white doesn't suit me. Like white is not my color. In saying that, with the spray tan, I can make it work. I also think one of my worst colors will be black. It does say that with the light summer, and I've always said, like, I don't think black is my color, but once again with the spray tan, I actually feel like I look good in black. Like, I really like black on me when I have a spray tan. I'm so freaking pale. Like, I probably shouldn't be wearing black. Alrighty, let's do this. Let's get my color analysis done. So I'm using ColorBot. I submit a clear photo of myself. Don't look too closely at my face. All right, I'm gonna show you the colors that it says are my personal colors. Light pink, this light pink, which is a huge surprise to me. I never would have picked this as a personal, like, good color for me. The next color, not surprised, baby blue. This shade of baby blue. Then we've got soft lavender, as predicted. Then I've got my cool neutrals. One of them is actually soft white. Oh, soft white just looks like gray white. That makes sense. So like suck all the warm out of white, make it a little bit gray. Whereas my wedding dress and my reception dress, I'll show you. I don't know if you can see, even like visibly I can see like a strong like yellowy undertone, and once again, like doesn't look bad on me, but it washes me out a little. So I should have been looking for a gray toned white. Cool gray comes up. The next color it says is light taupe, and I was like, oh, how surprising. I wouldn't have thought light taupe. Light taupe is apparently just like a variation of gray, so it's just like a darker gray. So gray. Next up, dusty rose, another pink. What the heck? I have a pink face. You can't see it so well here, but like I am pink. So to wear pink just feels risky. The next color, seafoam green. I'll show you a couch that I purchased recently that I know doesn't go with the space, but like I'm working it out. That is like seafoam green. Obviously, subconsciously, I knew that it meshed. I believe it. And lastly, cornflower blue. So another variation of blue. I actually do feel enlightened. I'm gonna create a little, probably Milano board. It feels a bit better for this kind of thing. It's more visual. I'm gonna chuck all these colors on here so that when I go out and about and buying things, I can compare it to my little Milano board. I feel like even doing that will make me feel like I've got a fresh like bunch of new clothes because I always forget. So like I mentioned, it's getting colder and currently all of my winter clothes are actually stored underneath my bed. So whenever I'm going to get dressed, I'm picking from like track pants and like big jumpers, like pajamas basically. So my next task is to get out my winter clothes. I store a lot of my winter clothes under my bed in these big bags. I was obsessed with this coat last winter. Definitely got some of my blue in here. All right, okay, let's start putting this away. Oof, you can see it like buckling under the weight, but we've done this before. It's not gonna buckle. It's just gonna have like a little curve. I definitely have some greens that are not seafoam green. Does that mean I have to get rid of them? I don't know. We'll see. I put a bunch of stuff away in my drawers as well, and then I've got, look at all these jumpers. It actually looks so nice. Usually my wardrobe is like overwhelmed by black because so many of my singlets and stuff are black, but in the jumper section, not at all. So the next thing that I want to do as part of my personal style upgrade is less about clothes and more about making them easier to wear. I really want to be someone who like gets dressed in a nice outfit every day. But a big thing that stops me is ironing. It's intense enough that I often will just be like, I want to wear that outfit, but I'm not going to because it would require ironing and I don't want to iron because that's effortful. So Kmart has this like stand-up steamer. You can keep it set up at all times so you're not having to like get anything out. I'm thinking I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna put it in my bedroom. All of the reviews on this steamer are like so positive. People are saying that they got rid of their iron once they got this steamer. And if I can have my steamer literally like right near my clothes, I'm gonna be so much more likely to be like, okay, yeah, like I can do a quick little steam. Fingers crossed anyways. It's always an experiment with environment design, like what is actually gonna work and what isn't, hey? That's something that I've discovered, and that's something that I hate. Like I wish I could predict exactly what is gonna feel good for me, but you really cannot know until you actually do something, test it out and see how it feels. So this is gonna be one of those situations. I would say like not as good as an iron. The reviews were kind of exaggerating, but also that was my first time using it and I could get better and quicker at using it. I don't know if steaming is like a skill that you can get better at, but that's what some of the comments were saying. They were like, I'm getting better and better as I use it. So I'm like, okay, maybe you've got to like practice. But regardless, I'm definitely not a perfectionist when it comes to my clothing. Like look at my pants right now. They haven't been ironed because I couldn't be bothered. So as long as I can get it like 80% semi-smooth looking, I'm happy and it's accessible. It's right near where my clothes live. It just feels like a really good, happy change that'll make my life easy. Right now, I'm in the bare minimum because it's cold. And I couldn't be bothered to try on clothes because it's cold, which is why. The next thing I want to do is digitally document all of my clothing. You heard me. I want to live the clueless life. I want pictures of everything in my wardrobe and I want to be able to like squish things together, which is totally possible. Like there are apps that do this and there are people that use them. And in winter, I don't want to be trying on clothes. I want to be able to put my outfit together using a little app. So I have an app for the job. It's called Wearing. It's got 8.6K reviews, which is always a good thing. And it's a 4.5, so love that. I think that they make their money through like having clothes listed on the app that you can buy. Not that I can buy any of them because I live in Australia, but I like when that's a thing because I'm like, okay, well, it'll probably stay free. So to kick this all off, I need to start taking photos of my clothes. I don't quite know how to do this, but I'm gonna try. Okay, so I've got this hook on the back of my bedroom door, which feels like a good place to take little pictures. It like crops them out for you. I know that you're not supposed to hang jackets. I do it anyways because I only have so much storage space. All right. Oh my God! As I suspected, it cropped it all for me. It got rid of the background. This is not sponsored, I wish it were. But it even added the category. It knows that it's a jumper. Ah, this is so good. All right, let's do this. I'm adding everything. So far, so good. Once again, this is one of those things where I'm like, will I love it or will I never use it? And I really struggle to invest time in doing things like this. But I'm like, if I do use it, God, it'll be so good. Like just for fun, I can put together outfits with the clothes that I already have. There are a few things that I can see that are like really beneficial. Firstly, like I won't want to buy as much because I'll be shopping for my own wardrobe. I feel like I often like pigeonhole specific items and I'm like, that only goes with that, but I'm just not thinking outside the box. Also, I can document outfits that I love. I often will wear something and be like, like, yes, this is so cute. And then I'll like completely forget about that particular outfit, but I want to be an outfit repeater. That's a goal. Now, look, there's an outfit. I feel like this is really gonna help me get use out of my clothes. I've created a daily wear lookbook and it's got 4 outfits in it. I feel like I'm obsessed. The next step of my personal style upgrade is filling out my wardrobe, filling out my winter wardrobe specifically. My winter wardrobe is lacking and I know that for sure now that I've documented all of my clothes in this app. But first I'm gonna get dressed. I have an outfit that I put together. All right, we're gonna do a winter clothing thrift day. So here are the key things that I'm looking for on my thrift day. Firstly, cute jumpers, cute long sleeve clothes. Right now I feel like I'm rotating between 5 jumpers. Every time it gets to winter, I feel like I forget how to dress. I'm also thinking about bandanas. I don't know, these keep on appearing on my Pinterest feed and I'm just like, I feel like I could make that look cute. I don't know. And as an aside, I'm looking for activewear. Okay, let's go. I ended up going to so many alt shops and I was really committed. Like I looked through everything one by one. I actually think I overdid it. I had in my head, oh, I only usually buy a few things from alt shops, so I need to go to a few more than usual so that I have things to show and so that I actually have winter clothes. And then I ended up just getting so much. By the 3rd op shop, I was also looking and checking at my wearing app and making sure everything that I bought went with things that I already owned so that I wasn't buying stuff that wasn't me. And even still, I ended up with so much. I've been to 3 op shops so far. My haul is looking so cute. Like even just like sitting on my passenger seat, I'm like, that looks so cute. The vision isn't really captured in camera, but I got these shoes for like $2. I was like, why not? This cute little creamy yellow cardi. Look at this. I don't know, something about this is just really cute to me. I'll get home and I'll do like a try on for you. I ended up buying a lot. Nearly everything I got was like $2 to $3. I did also go to TK Maxx because it was right next to one of the thrift shops, and I was like, I'll just like have a little look. There were some items that were like 20 bucks. So let's go through everything that I bought. So first thing was this jumper, which is almost just a dupe of the purple jumper that you've already seen me wear before. I'd say this is a bit more like cozy, comfy versus like modern. This is also one of the most expensive products that I purchased from a thrift shop, $15, and that's because it's like a really nice material. Then moving on to more reasonably priced items, I got this top, just absolutely nothing special but the right color, and I just was so excited to find some long sleeve tops. Like I said, I have no long sleeve tops. I've been wearing like singlets underneath my coats. For some reason I was like, that's layering. Like, no babe, I think it's seafoam green. The next thing that I was just so excited to see was this jumper. Look at that, like so gorgeous. What I would say is this is like a scratchy-ish material. Apparently if you chuck some conditioner on the fabric, kind of like treating the fabric as if it's like hair, you can make this soft. I was just like so in love with how it looked. I feel like I'm gonna be able to make it work. The next one was $5, and this is something where it feels lazy, it's comfy, cozy, but it will look stylish when I put it on. You know, it's just like super simple, nothing special. I'm pretty sure this is the blue that's my blue. It's also a tube top. I do love a tube top. It'll be easy to wear, like to put together fun outfits. Obviously it's not a winter item. This, very much inspired by my color palette. I was looking in the pink section at every single thrift shop. Surprisingly, I was into it. Do we feel like it goes with my face? I found this little cardigan, doesn't have the price on it, but it was from like one of the cheap shops. So it would have been like $3. And the material is amazing. Like it feels so soft. It feels like brand new. It doesn't have a brand on it. Almost like a yellow, I would say. I feel like it doesn't make sense that I love yellow so much, but I don't like white that isn't like super cool. I also got this coat. I think this was like $10. It's just like a long line gray coat, well in my color palette, cute as heck. I have had a grey coat like this before, but it was really cheap feeling, whereas this feels really luxurious to wear. Now, I also bought this, which looks tragic. It looks like this. My justification is that I can take off the bottom. For some reason, I thought this was like dusty rose, but my sister was just like, babe, it's like brown. But I tried. Then I got this skirt, not a winter item, but I was like, I saw it and I was like, why not? It was like $5. This one is actually the Princess Polly brand. They have this one op shop. It's in Narang if you live on the Gold Coast. And they definitely send all of their stuff that they can't get rid of and give to their employees to this op shop. Usually there's actually nothing good there, but occasionally you'll find like a little good piece, and this was $5, although I think the lady gave me a discount. Then I did go to TK Maxx and I got 3 things. Firstly, this, which actually looks a lot like something I got from the thrift shop. It's just this like creamy, once again, easy, comfy, like I could throw this on so easy and it would feel lazy to me, but I know that it would look cute somehow. This one was, I think, like $30, which is still inexpensive, and it feels so cozy. This is another TK Maxx find. Once again, it's like a orangey yellow, but it was only like $19, and another long sleeve to add to my collection to keep me cozy in the winter. Oh, I also got a bandana. I'm not usually a print gal, but for some reason I saw this and I was like, I must have it. It was also like $1. And like, look at that. I think I could make it work, maybe. The last thing I got, it's in another room, but it's this gray top, and it was from TK Maxx as well. Once again, it was like $20, but within my color palette. I do feel like I've achieved my goals. I feel like I've made it easier for myself to dress cuter. I've got my steamer to make it easier to actually get dressed in the morning, which I'm using. I've got my app, which is making it easy for me to put together cute outfits. I'm gonna put all of these in my app after this. I've also just attained more winter clothes, which I only realized was part of the problem when I loaded all of my clothes into the wearing app and realized like how few jumpers and like long sleeve t-shirts I had. I'm learning to dress well in winter. If you enjoyed this video, you'll probably like a lot of my life admin content where I just kind of get my life together in vlog form. I'll have my life admin playlist on the screen. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you soon.